Hi, friends. So, have you ever felt stuck in life before or afraid to advance yourself into something that you're more content, have been more content with, or wanting to take a step forward in life for any reason and you just feel stuck, or you just feel stuck from being in a relationship with somebody who possibly can be abusive, or just a relationship where you feel like you're not growing? Well, I'm here to help guide you and create awareness within you to um, advance yourself into a growth mindset to help you on your journey in life, because that's what we live here for, to advance ourselves and evolve and become more more aware, if that makes sense, and to progress forward into what we as each individual people feel that our needs and our wants should be within our lives, and not living from the societal standards. Basically, that's what it would be, societal standards. So again, I'm here to help you and guide you through this process. And we come from all different types of backgrounds. So I could be speaking to someone who understands my background, or somebody who's completely different. But all in all, it does boil down to finding out what it is that we like and what we care for, and what our values and our morals are, in order to create the lives that we want for ourselves. So to start with this, the first thing we need to do, very briefly, I have to think a few of these things through because I'm doing this off the cuff. So I just wanted to make a video since I haven't in a while. So these are the things, and at the very end, I'm going to read you a quote, which I think will resonate with people who do have that stuck feeling, because part of it is fear. A lot of it actually is fear. So I just want to give a little background of myself and my journey. I am 5 years now, actually a little more than 5 years, out of a very toxic marriage, and it was to a point where it was extreme. Not to get into all the details, I was always pretty calm person, pretty mellow. I am Italian, so I kind of have that little bit of that fiery, that fiery personality every so often. However, in general, I am very laid back, easygoing, and things of that nature. Well, 5 years back, I was not that way. I've finally went through things that I never knew about life and about myself, in order to get back to my neutral zone, if you want to call it, or my normal self. So one big thing that I say would be very helpful is to know that in life, things other people say or do may trigger us. Most of the times it's unconscious that somebody does that to us. However, there's very small amount of times, or a small percentage of people, who know how to do that on purpose, and that's manipulation. So I can go deeper into that in another video. Right now, I just kind of want to get to the basic of it, or the basis of it. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, going through the whole, I have notes written down. Give me one moment. Okay, so going through dealing with people in general, they will trigger us. They will trigger us in ways that we also unconsciously don't realize what it is that they're doing that bothers us, and what it is why they do those things. So there's a few things that we have to understand about ourselves. One is we were not born with rules and things of that nature. We were born very free, like very free will, free to God, free, obviously that's if you're a believer, free to, to, to do and be what it was that God, I go back to God because I am God, and Jesus Christ is my belief. So if that is not your belief, that's okay. Just then you go back to self and you just be you. As you were growing up, you were being you. However, as we grow up, we get put into different situations from societal standards. So first it begins at home, and you have to learn a language in order to communicate, and you learn a language in order to communicate. And then as you're growing up, you learn from parents, and the parents teach you the no's and the yeses and the do's and the don'ts, and rules and regulations if you have any. So you kind of have to and go through that process. So you're starting to get molded slowly into not being yourself anymore. You're not free, and you can't run around and scream all night long and just be you and stuff. So it kind of, you start to like pull back a little bit on being you. So if that makes sense. Then you enter school. Then in school there's rules, and there's the way that you are taught in school, and there's societal standards, there's rules in school. How do you do this? How you do that? Da, 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 da. There's also religion. If you're raised as some sort of specific religion, there's again the word rules. I'm not saying to not have these rules, but you're kind of being molded into the standards that society wants for you, and not what you feel and you think is good for you in your mind and stuff. Obviously, as you're a child, I guess, because I have children myself, so I guess you have to sort of put rules there. However, in the same sense, as a parent perspective, as you put the rules down, you have to explain the reason why. And then you also have to let your child be their own individual at the same sense. And rules could be for however you create them. And I'm almost sounding contradicting, but I'm not trying to be. What I'm saying is, in society, there's no typically you're not being told why. And why is something we as individuals need to understand, so we understand why these things are happening. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm not supposed to, whatever, I don't know, do something wrong in school, or, I could get kicked out or get expelled, or, stuff like that. And then after school, then you go into, college or whatever, and then you have peer pressure, and then you've got to be certain ways. So I guess the point I'm making is you have to focus on yourself, and that you're always good and good enough, that you don't have to worry about judgment and what people think. However, unconsciously, that's not how it works for us. That being said, then you go into college, then you go into the workforce, and through the workforce, there's rules and regulations, and there's hierarchy, with how people are at work. There's the higher ups, the management, and middle whatever, and the beginning or whatever, however you say that. So there's rules in there as well. And then when you become older, you're like, who the hell am I? You're kind of like, who am I? Oh, and in the midst of all that, there's relationships. And within all of that, within relationships, everywhere there's relationships, whether it be with your parents, with teachers, with uh, siblings, with your own children, with I said teachers, peer pressure, like friends. There's relationship, like romantic relationship type of dynamics. So all of that, it's just life. And it's about learning how to live life the right way that you feel as an individual. So, long story short, the point of my dad just told me stop saying that because we talk too much. There is no long story short. So, I guess I really want to hone it back down to you knowing that you're doing things in life and you're feeling stuck and you're feeling fear and not advancing because you're concerned about what other people think if you decide to make that move. I lived that kind of life. I know what it feels like. So let's see. I kept myself stuck for about 20 years and it was not, it just, I wound up being like I wound, especially with my ex-husband, I wound up being triggered by him. Obviously, it was beyond just being triggered by him. He was just not a decent man, and I was always a very loving person, so I always wanted to, care for him and things of that nature. And we could go down that rabbit hole another day and explain that whole scenario and things to look out for and stuff. But right now I'm talking about the growth mindset. And we won't grow our mindsets until we take that leap of faith outside of our comfort zone and we make that first move, whatever it is you think that it is that you need to do in order to advance. And I promise you, as hard as it is, as scary as it is, and whatever feelings you're feeling, the fear, which I can't even get into with you at the moment, but the fears, you will be okay. And the reason why you'll be okay is because you're alive. And that is life. Life is not set in stone. Life is not perfect. It's just a matter of knowing that whatever it is or whatever challenges we have, we're here, we're living, we're breathing, and we have the opportunity on earth to be able to just be who it is that we want to be. And we are the only ones that can make that decision and our minds up for that. Nobody can put us through it. Nobody can guide us. It doesn't matter how many times people talk. Until it becomes our mindset, we will be stuck. So we don't want to be stuck anymore. We want to advance. We want to be aware of what's out there. I will help everyone be aware of what's out there. And this is my journey. And this is my mission, to help whoever it is that I can help out there. Because if I had this type of advice 20 years ago, I wouldn't be stuck here in my 40s, which it feels like I'm stuck. But I'm sorry, not stuck, but I wouldn't be in my 40s thinking, gosh, my life now, I wasted time, which I don't feel that way anymore. But a few years ago, I did feel that way. I just felt like I wasted time. Like I wasted all these beautiful years of my life. But you know what? I came to realize that I'm glad I went through what I went through because I needed to go through it. It's the way it happened. It's the way life, my hand was dealt to me. So that was a little bit of my journey to help bring awareness to you. And now to end this on this note, I would like to read a quote which I thought was very inspirational to me, and I'll leave it at that. I will finish off on this quote, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, so this is the quote, and I didn't write down who wrote it, who said it, but anyway, I read it in a book, so I wrote it down. Patterns don't lie. A human has a conscience. Humans have a free will. Humans have a spirit. Humans have the ability to be better, but only if we humans value growth over comfort. Listen to that again. That's a growth mindset. So basically, break out of your pattern and start living life. Again, if you are interested in any more of the content or any kind of help, I really would appreciate if anyone dropped, or if whoever dropped some comments below, if it helped you out, and also anything that I can help you out with. I've got plenty of experience through life experience, through therapy, through the whole personal development route. So any kind of experience, and I would be glad to help out. This is my mission. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm here for. So like, share. That was really weird. So like and share this video if you feel that somebody you know is stuck in their mindset and they can't move forward. I would be more than grateful to help them and to advance their mindset. It is very scary at the beginning, but I guarantee it, and this is no joke, I guarantee once you touch your toe over that line and you get like just a little, just that much across it, you're gonna jump, your whole body's gonna just follow, because it's just like a whole new world out there. And now I sit here today, 5 years and 3 months, or maybe more, I don't know, 5 years and 3 months, I'm feeling so blessed and so grateful. And I just don't want to see people being stuck and hurting in this type of situation. It's not healthy and it's not good. So again, like this video if it's helped you out. Leave a comment below if you have any kind of suggestions for me where I can help guide you into more awareness. And look out for my next videos. I would like to talk about the awareness of oh my gosh, I can't think right at the moment. Instead of being a reactor, responding. That's going to be my next video, because I want to discuss that so badly, because that was such a big insight to me and it helped me to grow big time. So again, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah, 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 mwah.